Hey everyone, this is Dark Snowbia here. Um, some of you may know on Facebook, but this is my review on the Power Rangers movie that was released a few months ago. Now, I didn't know what to expect when I first saw this movie because, honestly, we gotta be honest here, people. The first two films that came out before this one were bad. Come on, let's be real. They were pretty bad. And of course, there's some people that don't like what they did with the source material when they were seeing the trailers, the suits, the the Zords, and the tone that the trailers were giving off. Now, what do I think of this movie? Before I tell you how I think of it, I'm just gonna tell you what I think they did good and what I think they did bad. Okay, it's some people may not, like the changes they've made to the characters, but honestly, considering that this is supposed to be a more modern take on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and they can't do a '90s style, Power Rangers in with this Mighty Morphin, would not work. Honestly, the characters are one dimensional; they don't feel like people, which is something I think the positive thing this movie did. The characters feel like people. They feel three-dimensional. They're not stereotypes. They're not tokens. And not to mention, they've done something this franchise has not done yet. You had an autistic. Yeah, one of the Rangers is autistic. You had a a LGBT character in the movie, and it didn't feel forced. It was very subtle, and the characters, the chemistry they had together, I felt was done well. I think the actors they chose did a pretty good job with this movie. And if you pay attention at some point in the movie, two of the original actors make an appearance in this movie. And it's really cool to see. Um, the humor wasn't stupid like it is in a lot of these other flicks. And it's something that's fun. One thing I feared when this movie was announced was they would go the dark and gritty route, the way because Hollywood's doing fucking dark and gritty everything. This movie doesn't do that. Sure, they did things to make it more realistic, the way the characters' personalities are. Because, let's be honest, the original five were do-gooders. There wasn't much to them. Even though, the characters from the original five are kind of unrecognizable, they didn't really have much of a character to begin with. So, having a version of Zack that is not even close to be what he is in the original series, and along with training, is not a bad thing. Because there wasn't much to them in terms of character traits. It does have the heart of Power Rangers in there, and I am a fan of Power Rangers. I've seen seasons past Mighty Morphin, so I know what I'm talking about. The costumes, the suits, I'm not going to lie, they're not as appealing to look at as the original suits are, but I felt like it works. They're not as iconic as the original suits are, but they can't do that. This was more of a, higher budget than the previous movies. The CG was pretty good, considering the budget this movie had. Now, what do I think of the bad things about this movie? Yeah, there are some bad things. I didn't like the way Alpha looked. Alpha looked stupid. He looked like some fucking alien. He didn't look like a robot. We didn't really get to see the Power Rangers as much in this movie as I would have liked, because they don't become, spoilers. They don't become the Power Rangers until the very end of the movie, like the last 15 minutes or last 20 minutes. So you don't really get to see them as Rangers that much. I understand why they did that because this is an origin film. They're setting up future movies, which I'll talk about that at the end of the review. I felt like the performance of the actress that plays Rita could be pretty bad at times. Honestly, I felt some of the CG, can look a little cartoony at times. And one thing that did bother me is they didn't do the Mighty Morphin theme, which is something I think is essential in this movie. Yes, they may have played at parts of the original theme from from the movie of the 1990s, but I was hoping for a modern version of the Power Rangers theme. Yes, they do play at the ending credits, but I think it's essential. But that's a lot of my issues are nitpicking. This is not Oscar worthy. The performances are not. No way. You're not going to win any awards. But I think it's pretty fun. This movie. The characters are likable. You know, it has the heart of Power Rangers, and the potential for future sequels is there. Now, what do I think of this movie in general? I liked it. It was really good. The best Power Rangers movie ever made, in my opinion. The 90s one, even though I do have memories with it, it's a guilty pleasure at best. This movie, just showcased just how much potential Power Rangers has. It could be more than just a children's, TV show, and I would like to see more in this universe. Hopefully, Lionsgate will give this another shot and give us Power Rangers 2. The Blu-ray and DVD sales I heard were really good for this, so we could get a sequel. Anyway, I enjoyed this movie. If you're a Power Rangers fan, I highly suggest you check it out. And that's my review. I enjoyed the movie, and if you're a Power Rangers fan, whether you're an old or new one, I think you may enjoy this film. This is Darcenovia over and out, and I'm doing this because this is a Power Rangers related video. May the power protect you.